Welcome back. It is a very chilly Saturday here in Seattle. Hold on, I've got to move this. Very chilly Saturday here in Seattle, so much so that I had to go and sit in my car to warm myself up. Anyway, welcome back. I wanted to tell you guys this really quickly. I just had the new Brazilian blowout, and it's new because they took all the chemicals out of it. The formaldehyde, to be specific about it. But anyway, I just got the new Brazilian blowout and I love it. It just kind of took away all that frizziness that I'm always battling. So here's the deal. I have naturally curly hair underneath, but straight frizzy hair on top. And so I can't really wear my hair naturally curly because I kind of can. The top, I have to still curl it to make it kind of match the underneath. Anyway, what's my point with this? I'm not really sure what my point is, except that I'm happy with this. And let me just put some lips on. I want to show you a new lip balm that I'm using. So this is the Hermes Beige Tea. And then I want to tell you something else really quickly. So I'm using this. My cousin brought this home for me from Europe. She brought this home from England. And it is Lisa Eldridge, Kitten Mischief, and I love a lip gloss from the 80s. And when you're from the 80s, oh wait, this isn't it. This is the lip balm. Did I bring? This is the lipstick. Here's the lip balm. Okay, this is the lipstick, but I love this lip balm. Hold on, let me read the name. The name is Meet Cute. Meet Cute. Meet Cute. Not Me Cute. Me Cute, but Meet Cute. Okay, check this out. I love it, love it, love it. So quickly, I wanted to say thank you to all the new subscribers. I want to welcome everybody here. I also want to read somebody's email or a comment. And I also want to say this. Per my other YouTube videos, I'm not ever going to say that I'm not going to sell something on here, but this is not my goal to sell something here. First of all, everybody is selling something, right? Everybody's selling you something. And I think it's gotten to a point where you don't even know if they use the product they're selling. They're just selling it because they're making money. And I don't want to sell something if I'm not committed to it. And I don't even just this, like I love this lip balm. Go buy it. Go buy it. Order it. You can order it from selfridges.com. It's lovely. And go buy this. This is Hermes. You can buy it at Nordstrom and it's beige tea and it's lovely. And I've used almost the whole stick. Well, not really, but the stick starts here. So I've used half a stick. I freaking love it. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to sell something, but what I want to do is I want to be thoughtful to you. I want to be thoughtful to myself. I want to have integrity. I am not looking to profit from people that watch my channel. Something else that is very interesting at the clinic where I have my clinic, it's my clinic. I have never ever asked for tips. I don't even have that on my phone as an option. I charge a price for my service and that is my price. I think that when you are, like, I don't want to pay my doctor a tip. He's my doctor. Like, he went to medical school, you know? I don't want to pay him a tip. My business is his tip, basically. And my doctor's not asking for a tip, by the way. But when you are, I don't know, it's like everybody's looking for an angle to make money. I love to make money and I freaking love money. So this is not about money. This is about taking advantage of people. There, that's it, that's all. And I do believe, obviously, in some areas, people should be tipped. Plain and simple, you go to a restaurant, you have good service, or you have, you go to wherever, yes, tip. But I am not looking to profit off this channel. That's really where I'm going. This isn't really a conversation about tipping. It's about selling products on my channel. And one day I might sell products, but I will only sell products that I use and believe in. That all being said, I think I have solved my problem to the protein drink. So I found this at Whole Foods yesterday Mycuna. I don't love the name, Mycuna, but that's okay. It's totally fine. This is the one I'm drinking today. It has 20 grams, just hear me out on this. It has 20 grams of protein. It has 20 grams of protein, 9 grams of fat, 0 trans fat, cholesterol 0, sodium, which is amazing at 116 grams. Usually they're like 400 and 500 and 600 grams. Fiber 9 grams, 1 gram of sugar, 1 gram of added sugar. I don't know exactly how you do that. It includes 1 gram of added sugar. Protein 20 grams. It has 5 ingredients. You can see that, 5 ingredients. It does have monk fruit, which could have been left out, frankly. Anyway, this one only has 1 ingredient, so it doesn't have the monk fruit in it. I have mixed my drink with almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, but I did buy hemp milk as my next alternative. This is just to get more protein into my diet, so I'm drinking it now sort of as my lunch. So here we are. I like it. By the way, I will say this. When you use a straw, you get lines on your upper lips. On your upper lip. My hairstylist one time was like, what's going on with your upper lip? And I'm like, well, I have lines. And he's like, well, is there anything you can do about that? And I'm like, I don't know, probably not. I mean, you can do Botox there, but then I wouldn't be able to use a straw. So anyway, this is life. I have lines, smoker's lines from using a straw. So anyway, I love this. I am saying that I think if you're trying to up your protein, especially if you're a female, go get this. It does leave the monk fruit aftertaste, but I like it. And I don't like the monk fruit aftertaste, but I like it. So anyway, I'm gonna read another comment, and I would love it if you send in questions. I love answering questions. And like I said in my last video, I feel like that's where I can be really more useful in talking about beauty products. Well, I mean, I feel like I love talking about beauty products too. So send in beauty product questions, send questions of any kind. I love to answer questions. And I also feel like my audience likes to answer questions too. And this is a really good way to get different answers, numerous answers to questions that are weighing heavy on you, even if they're not, you know, big questions. You can ask a little question too. Okay, so Elizabeth, I don't know if I can see this with my glasses. Elizabeth wrote me the other day, chimed in, and she said, she likes my makeup videos. She likes that I like to build community. She likes my Italian travel videos. And then she said, my goal is to feel good, look as good as I can so I can have confidence to go out and live my life. I will be retiring soon. I want to stay relevant and be fun and have fun. I'm inspired by you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. By you and what you share. Thank you for taking the time. It is refreshing that you are not trying to earn a living with your channel, but there's nothing wrong with doing that. And you're right. There is nothing wrong with doing that. So that goes back to the beginning. I have to say, I do like links. I like links too. I do. I like it when I see somebody using something and I think like kind of, I don't know how to do links yet. I don't think I can do links, but if I could do links, I would link this because I like it. So far, I've only used it a couple of times, but so far I like it. And I feel like I can say, if you need more protein, this is what you should have. Okay. I feel you have a lot of wisdom and I hope you will continue to share. Okay, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. And this is what I want to say to you or anyone who is watching. You are going to have, and I kind of said this to Nina in my last video, you are going to have 4 or 5 points in your life, maybe 6 points in your life, because I'm only up to this point in my life. So I can only say 5 or 6 points in your life where you will have kind of a reckoning of some sort, a moment in your life, sadly that doesn't take a moment, but you will have a moment in your life where you will be like, oh my God, now what? And that, a couple of the times that you will have that, I believe, and please chime in anyone that has wisdom on this. I think in your early 20s, when you graduate from high school or college and you're trying to figure out where you're going, who you are, how are you going to get there, who can you ask for guidance, and what do you stand for, like on the inside? What is your, who are you? Like, who am I? I think your 20s, your very early 20s, like I'm going to say up to 25, 26. And I think for a boy, I can only speak to the women on this, but I think for a boy, it's later. It's a little bit later, but it is a reckoning that you have at that early 20s stage where you're just like, oh my gosh, where am I going? What am I doing? How am I supposed to be? What does it mean? What is my value? What do I want to do for not the rest of your life, but for this part of your life? Then I think it happens again when you either get married. For some people, it's when you get married, you take on somebody else's identity. You take on the identity, excuse me, I have an itch. You take on the identity of the wife. And what does that mean? And how was that modeled for you in your home? And like the people that modeled it for me, June Cleaver, Wilma Flintstone, Lucille Ball, Mrs. Brady. Those are the women that modeled it for me all those years ago. And I loved June Cleaver. I felt like she was the mom of all moms. And then my mom, of course, too. And then my grandmothers, both of them were just very, very impactful as well. But these are the women I watched every single week raise their family. Shirley Jones, the Partridge Family. She was a single mom. You know what I'm saying? So I related to her, but I didn't relate to her. And honestly, I thought Keith Partridge was so hot that I wasn't even paying attention to Shirley Partridge. Anyway, there's that whole thing. But that is another time in your life where you will question your life. Then another time in your life is when you have children. Kind of to Nina, what Nina was saying. What does that mean? Who do you become? How do you lose parts of yourself and have to reconnect yourself to find those parts of yourself that have been lost? And then I think the big one, there's a big one coming. Either divorce is a big one, the loss of a partner too soon, somebody who passes away too soon, that is a big one. But I also think empty nesting is huge. It is drop to your knees, mama, because you won't even know who you are. I don't know if everyone experiences this, but I experienced this. I identified wholly as a mother and did not know who I was without that identity anymore. And then I retired. So I was sort of forced into retirement during 2022. I was forced into retirement because my job required working on people's skin, and I could not access the skin with all of the protective gear that we had to wear. So I retired, and it weirdly kind of just felt like the right time. It was earlier than I had ever thought about it. But I retired, and I was going through empty nest at the exact same time. Jarring experience. Speaking of being relevant, so to answer your question, how do I feel relevant? How do I feel joy in my life still? Like, who am I? What am I doing? And all I can say to this is, You said to me, you're retiring soon. I want to stay relevant and be fun and have fun. Okay, here's the deal. Being fun and having fun. I'm sure that you are fun and you don't have to perform for anyone. You know, enjoy your life, enjoy being with other people, enjoy the experiences you will have, but you will have a moment or a season of wondering or thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I don't even know who I am because I was my career. I was a mother, I was my career, you have all these labels, right? So you don't have to, but you can start now to think about yourself. So this is a big one. This is huge, but I'm going to say this. People talk all the time. I got to take a sip, okay? People talk all the time about, oh my gosh, if you retire, you're going to wither up and die. You need to have a purpose. You need to have a purpose. Well, how about this? How about you are your purpose? That's your purpose. You are your purpose. I am my purpose now. Everyone else was my purpose before, including my clients. But I am my purpose now. And what does that mean? What does that look like? I get to take care of myself in a way that I have never been able to take care of myself in. I was busy focusing on everybody else, including my family, my mother, my grandmother, my grandmothers, both of them, being all the things. And now I get to be my purpose. And it's not about being selfish. And it's not about being a narcissist or whatever you want to label it. It's about being loving to yourself. So, and then I'm sure there are other life reckonings that are coming down the street for me at some point, but I'm gonna just stay here. And I will say this, it's taken a couple of years. I sent my child off to college. Then we had 2020. My child came back to live in the house, which was wonderful. I think any parent I know would love to have that for a certain period of time. Then I sent my child back off out into the world again. And then I left my career. So I would say, give yourself some time. You might settle right on in and start your purpose of your purpose. You might already have a built-in purpose. I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. And it made me depressed too. I went through a period of depression and I went through a period of sadness, like a grieving process for the life that I had, that I had known. And I'm out of it now. And I feel joyful and happy and fun. And I don't know if I'm fun. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I am funny, I will say that, but I don't know if I'm fun. But I think I have fun. And so Elizabeth, I'm excited for you, for your next adventure, which will be hopefully yourself. That will be your next adventure. But give yourself a moment to adapt and adjust to all the newness. It takes, like I said, it's taken me a couple of years. Please leave questions, like I said, or comments that we can answer as a group. And I wish everybody well. And I do really like this drink. And I do think it gave me extra protein. I slept really well last night. I had this around 3 o'clock and then I had a chicken salad. So I had lots and lots of protein and I do think I slept better than I have. Anyway, I'm trying to look over here. I don't know. But anyway, and this is the new, like I said, this is the new not the new keratin, the new Brazilian blowout without all the chemicals. And I am loving it right now. I just had it done yesterday. No, I had it done 2 days ago. All right, you guys, take care. This is a long video. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, ciao.